you saved some of those pecans from yesterday, or I hope you bought a real big bag, because we're using them again today. I guess whoever invented Pecan Sandy Day yesterday said, hey, let's use up the rest of these pecans tomorrow. And they did. June 24th, National Praline Day. So we're making candy today. Yeah, the thermometer's out, the pot's out. It's alright, it's a fast one. 6 ingredients. Can't beat that, okay? If you're going to do a candy, let's make it fast, especially if you hate doing candy. Alrighty, so I have my silicone muffin tray here because I've used this before for making candy. We're going to put them right in here so that way they pop right out when they're cooled down, and they'll be a nice uniform shape, hopefully. Never used, I don't think I've ever made pralines before, and I don't think I've ever done it in here, but we'll see what happens. Oh, got a message. Here's what you need. Nah, I'm not even going to show you that. Let's just get started. Be right back. Okay, so in our sauce pot, we have a cup of, we're going to put this on here. We have a cup of evaporated milk. Okay, not sweetened condensed, evaporated. And then we have a cup and a half of brown sugar and a cup and a half of regular sugar. Yes, I know. It's a lot of sugar. But it's candy. It's supposed to be sugar. Anyway, we're just going to cook this and get this down to a melted stage here for all of this, and then we're going to just let this simmer for maybe 10-15 minutes or so. What we were looking for is to get it to, I believe, the soft crack stage, 280 degrees. So we'll just take our time. Just this is something you kind of got to stir and babysit a little bit. You want to let it cook, but you don't want to let it burn, and don't go too high of a heat, because then you'll definitely burn it, okay? So let's cook this down, and we'll be back when we get to 280. Okay, sorry, stand corrected. 228 thread stage, not 280. 280 is going to be too hot. Okay, that's the soft crack. We don't want soft crack, we want the thread stage. Alrighty, so 228 on our meter. Good thing I checked. Imagine, would have been a big burnt mess on my stove. Okay, so we're at where we need to be, the thread stage. Now we're going to take a half a stick of butter and 2 cups of pecans, chopped pecans, and we're going to add that right to this. And we're going to continue to cook this until we get to the softball stage, which I believe is like 236 or something like that. Okay? So just keep cooking it. Stir this all together. Okay, and we're at the softball stage, 236. So take it off the heat. Take your thermometer out of here. Okay, you're going to quickly, teaspoon of vanilla, stir it into this. It's going to bubble up a little bit. Just keep stirring this for about a minute or two until it starts to thicken. You're going to see it starts to firm up a little bit here and there. Okay, so what you want to do, I have my silicone tray ready. So we're just going to stir this for about a minute or two, and then we're going to pour it right into our mold, and we're going to let it kind of sit. Now, if you're a regular candy maker and you got candy molds, nice size candy molds, you can do that. You can also take some parchment or wax paper and just do scooping drops of this if you want more like a bite size kind of praline. I just like the idea of using this mold and getting nice uniform shapes. Okay, I guess if you chocolate covered these afterwards, they would be turtles, I'm guessing. Because this almost seems like a caramel kind of thing. Okay, so it's thickening up already as it's starting to cool down. You can see it's getting thicker and thicker. Okay, remember you're off the heat now, okay? So now, let's just start spooning this into, maybe my silicone one would work better. I'm just going to start dropping this into my mold here, okay? Look at that, I got just enough to fill every one of these molds here. That's cool, we like that. I don't like when there's extra at the end and you don't know what to do with it. I mean, you eat it of course, but I just like when it's nice and uniform and everybody gets in the pool, okay? That's it, there they are. We're gonna just let these sit and cool and they're gonna harden up, and we'll be back as soon as we think they're ready, maybe an hour or so, I don't know. Never did this one before, but let's give it a shot. See you in a little bit. already. So they've been sitting here for a little while, and we're gonna see what we got here. See, this is why I love this mold. Look at that. It just pops right out. Now, granted, it's a really thick praline. It's very sugary, I can tell, but they just pop right out of this mold, which I love. Let me just get a knife. I'm not going to sit here and chew on one of these big hockey pucks. I'm just going to kind of cut it. It almost looks like a fudge consistency, if you can see that. Kind of like fudge. Really sweet. Wow, that's sweet. But pretty good. It's kind of like yesterday when I said that those cookies, the pecan sandies, kind of had that pecan pie kind of flavor. So does this, but this is more like the filling of a pecan pie. So it's really sweet and sugary. Anyway, praline day, that's our version of pralines. Like I said, you can do the drop method and just make little bite-sized ones. But we did these nice big hockey puck ones. Alrighty? It seems like a southern thing this last couple days with pralines and sandies, and tomorrow we're doing catfish. So come back for that one. Alrighty? See you then.